స్పెషల్ చిట్ చాట్ శ్రీకాంత్ హీరోగా నటించిన కోతల రాయుడు చిత్రంలో హీరోయిన్ గా నటిస్తోంది నటాషా దోషి. గతంలో బాలయ్య సరసన కెఎస్ రవికుమార్ దర్శకత్వంలో వచ్చిన జై సింహాలో మెరిసింది. గుజరాతీ నాన్న, మలయాళీ మామిల ముద్దుల కూతురు నటాషా డాక్టర్ అయినా కూడా నటనపై ఇష్టంతో హీరోయిన్ గా ఎంట్రీ ఇచ్చేసింది. ఇప్పుడు జీ తెలుగు స్టూడియోలో ఆమె ఉంది, ఆవిడతో మాట్లాడదాం సరదాగా. హాయ్ నటాషా.
హాయ్, అందరికీ నమస్కారం.
వావ్. నార్మల్గా అంటే ఈ హిందీ హీరోయిన్స్ కానీ, ఇంగ్లీష్ కానీ, వేరే లాంగ్వేజెస్, అదర్ ఇండస్ట్రీ యాక్ట్రెసెస్ తెలుగులో మాట్లాడినప్పుడు చాలా ముద్దుగా ఉంటుంది.
Telugu is a difficult language, but కొంచెం తెలుసు, and I want to learn the language, so I'm going to try my bit.
తర్వాత తెలుగులో కూడా డైలాగ్స్ చెప్పిద్దాం. అసలు ఈ కోతల రాయుడు ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఎలా వచ్చింది మీ చేతికి?
So I really liked the story. Because I was getting to do this, the role was very different compared to the other roles that were coming my way. Most of the roles that generally girls who are not from Hyderabad get are glamorous roles, and this was a character where I was getting to play a Telugu Ammai, and the innocence and the simplicity of a girl like that, I wouldn't get a role like that generally. So I thought that this would be a challenge for me. That's why I took the story up.
What is your experience as Dhanalakshmi?
My experience as Dhanalakshmi has been wonderful because, like I said, it was a challenge for me because I'm a city girl born and raised in Bombay, right? So to do Dhanalakshmi's role, a village girl, you know, a Telugu Ammai, it was different because I had to be like, you know, all those little things, the way girls who are from villages, the way they behave, and the little like innocence that they have, to kind of capture that was a challenge for me.
Village girls or?
I actually did watch a few films which had like actresses performing as village girls, to kind of do a little bit of research on it. Okay. And of course my director Sudhir sir also guided me with it. Even Shrikant sir helped me with that, you know, just to like understand how it works, because our film is a comedy film, so to get that comic timing is also very important. And that's another thing, I've never done a comedy film before, and this is a pure comedy film, so to getting to do that was also a very interesting role.
Natasha, do you feel any difficulty while shooting, because you said both your personal experience and shooting as Dhanalakshmi is both contrast?
Yeah, definitely, because so I didn't have a difficulty because I enjoy acting, and I think what makes an actor a good actor is if they are able to get into the depth of a character, and I enjoy that process of being able to be Dhanalakshmi in Kothala Rayudu or being able to be Dhanya in Jai Simha. So it's like the way you can relate to the character, the way you can kind of mold yourself into the character, that's what makes you a good actor, and I'm trying.
Working with Balayya sir and Shrikant sir, both are legendary actors.
Yes.
You got a chance really
with renowned actors, yes.
What is your experience with Balayya sir?
My experience with Bala sir was amazing. I call him Bala sir, not Balayya sir.
Yeah, mostly all actresses and actors call him as Bala sir.
Yeah, and he always tells me, Natasha, don't call me Bala sir, call me Bala or call me Balakrishna. But out of respect, I can't like call him Bala. I call him Bala sir. And my experience for working with him was absolutely amazing. He has been, I think it's my blessing that I got to work with him. A person who's such a big star and has such a crazy fandom. I think it's my luck that I got to work with him, and I got to learn so much in that film. And Jai Simha for me is always a super special film.
Jai Simha shooting చేస్తున్నప్పుడు, while shooting Jai Simha, ఆయన ఏమన్నా మీకు చెప్పారా ఇలా చేయి అలా చేయి? Did he teach you anything?
Little bit, but it was more like a process of kind of being creative together. It wasn't like do this or do that. It was just a creative thing, like how we talk normally. It was that. Yeah.
First shoot రోజున ఎలా ఫీలింగ్ ఎలా ఉంది అంటే బాలయ్య సార్తో చేయడం, ఇప్పుడు శ్రీకాంత్ సార్తో చేయడం, ఫస్ట్ షూటింగ్ డే ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్?
Shooting with Bala sir, the first day, I remember I reached set and I had gone directly to the location, and when I went there, Bala sir greeted me with so much love and so much warmth. It felt like, you know, he knew me forever, and it was the first time I was meeting him. So he had that much warmth in him, and that made me feel so comfortable. And I know a lot of people are scared of Bala sir, which I find very surprising, because to me he's the friendliest person. So for me, I was very like, you know, I was like, okay, he's so nice. Why do people say he can be scary is what people say, but I was a little surprised with that. But
అంటే ఆయన షూట్లో ఉన్నప్పుడు ఇతరులతో కూడా అలాగే ఉంటారా, మీతో కాకుండా బయట వాళ్ళతో ఎలా ఉన్నారు ఆయన? Balayya sir ఈజ్ స్మూత్ టు ఎవ్రీవన్ ఆర్ నాట్? ఓన్లీ టు యూ?
So I think every human has different reactions and different emotions, right? Like I may get irritated with something at home. I may not get irritated right now during an interview. So I think it's subject to like your own reactions and how you control your reactions. So I do think that maybe people can get angry in certain situations.
కమింగ్ టు కోతల రాయుడు, శ్రీకాంత్ గారితో యాక్ట్ చేయడం ఎలా అనిపించింది?
Oh, it's been
Handsome
wonderful.
actor.
Yeah, he's really handsome. And Shrikant sir is a very cooperative hero. So we were shooting for this song actually in Sikkim and
Okay.
you know near the Himalayas, and it was freezing temperatures, like in negatives. And he never complained, never once. You know, he was very cooperative. We got through the shoot very, very smoothly, and we had a lot of challenges because we were shooting on rocks with ice
Yeah,
around
I
us,
saw
with
the
snow.
song.
So it was very difficult and challenging.
బ్యూటిఫుల్ లొకేషన్స్ టు.
It was absolutely beautiful, but it was super cold, and you know, to in that much cold, anyone can get angry very easily because you just want to be sitting in a room, you know, having a cup of tea or coffee, not being out in the cold for the whole day. But he never complained once, and I have a lot of respect for him for that, because I do think many other actors in his like an actor like him, many actors in that category would probably get irritated and annoyed, but he never complained. So I had a lot of respect for him because I think that makes him really, really down to earth and a very good hero for his producer and his co-stars and his unit.
ఆయనతో స్క్రీన్ షేర్ చేసుకోవడం ఎలా అనిపించింది శ్రీకాంత్ సార్తో?
It was very nice. So Shrikant sir is a very reserved person actually. He is a man of very few words, but when he speaks, those words are worth a lot. And he's the kind of hero where the minute the director says action, he's into his role. But then the minute it's a cut, he goes back to being Shrikant. So, you know, he's like that.
సూపర్ కూల్.
Yeah, he's super cool and he's a very good dancer too.
ఆయనతో డాన్స్ చేయడం కూడా నేను సాంగ్లో చూసాను. ఎలా అనిపించింది డాన్సింగ్ విత్ హిమ్?
It was nice. So this was my first melody actually in the Telugu industry. So I really enjoyed it. You know, it was a very fun experience overall.
అంటే అప్పుడు అమ్మకుట్టి అమ్మకుట్టి
Yeah.
సాంగ్ చాలా ఫేమస్ అయింది. ఇప్పుడు కూడా చాలా చాలా సూతింగ్గా ఉంది సాంగ్. సో ఆ సాంగ్ మీకు గుర్తుందా అమ్మకుట్టి?
You can't compare the two, but I would like obviously for me, I think Ammakutti was a song where people saw that I'm a good dancer. So to get that opportunity is also very important, you know. Sometimes you get films where you don't get those opportunities to display your skill, and I got to do that. And luckily, even Bala sir is a very good dancer. So I think we were able to match up with each other.
At that moment, do you face any difficulty to match with him?
No, not at all. In fact, you should ask him that. Did you think Natasha had a difficulty managing the steps, or Johnny Master? Yeah,
Johnny
because-
Master.
Yeah, Johnny Master was our choreographer. I think they will answer this better.
For
Because-
this song?
Not for this song, for Jaisima, for
For
Ammakutti.
this song, who is the
Banu
choreographer?
Master was our
Banu
choreographer,
Master.
yeah.
డిఫరెంట్ లొకేషన్స్లో షూట్ చేశారు. మొత్తం ఓవరాల్ సినిమా షూటింగ్ ఎక్కడ జరిగింది?
So we shot some parts in Hyderabad,
Okay.
and Konjam was done in Sikkim. Some parts were
కొంచెం
done.
was తెలుగు.
I'm trying. Be kind. Yeah, and then some parts were done on the outskirts of Hyderabad, but mainly Hyderabad and some near the Himalayas at the India-China border actually.
ఓకే. పాట గుర్తుందా అమ్మకుట్టి?
You want me to
లేదంటే
sing?
ధనలక్ష్మి సాంగ్ కానీ లక్ష్మి నచ్చావే?
See, I'm not a good singer, I'm a good dancer. I'll give you that warning in advance only. I'm
You
a
are
bathroom singer.
multi-talented.
I am talented, I don't know about multi.
డాన్సర్, యాక్టర్,
Yeah.
దట్ యు ఆర్ సో క్యూట్.
Thank you, that
యువర్ ఐస్ సో అట్రాక్టింగ్.
thank you so much.
అంటే ఎవరైనా కాంప్లిమెంట్ ఇచ్చారా షూటింగ్ టైంలో?
Uh,
కాంప్లిమెంట్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ఎనీవన్?
I mean, there are a lot of compliments that come, but I'm not someone who lets those compliments get to my head, so I just like hear it but remove it because you don't want to.
కోతల రాయుడు అంటే
Someone who's just talking. Yeah.
బిల్డప్.
Yeah.
ధనలక్ష్మి క్యారెక్టర్ ఎలా ఉండొచ్చు?
So Dhanalakshmi's character is not at all like the title. She doesn't just keep talking. She's a very simple girl. Like I said, a Telugu Ammai from the village, very close to her father. She doesn't have a mother. And she enjoys the little things of life. You know, that's her character is very simple, very basic. And I think, but it's one of those characters which every girl will like because every girl will feel like there's some part of Dhanalakshmi in her. She's very
Yeah,
homely. Yeah. So it's something that you would probably relate to. And I love choosing such roles where I think I can live in the hearts of the audience even after a film.
అంటే మీరు బాలకృష్ణ గారితో వర్క్ చేశారు.
Yeah.
అంటే పెద్ద హీరో. ఒక పెద్ద హీరోయిన్ అని ముద్ర పడుతుంది స్టాంప్. అంటే తర్వాత మీకు అవకాశాలు రావడం ఏమైనా డిఫికల్ట్ అయిందా?
So
అంటే చాలా గ్యాప్ తీసుకున్నారు మీరు తర్వాత.
So I'll tell you two things. One thing I think everyone forgets is that COVID happened, and the COVID kind of completely stopped the film industry for roughly 10 to 11 months. There were no shoots, nothing. But I think everyone has completely forgotten about how COVID impacted the film industry. And people say gap, but people don't realize that 1 year was completely gone with COVID. And the other thing is this, that yes, I definitely did find it difficult after working with Bala sir. And it is something that I think is extremely unfair. And I don't think this is spoken about, and I think everyone in the industry knows this, but nobody outside the industry is aware of it. Where basically if you work with a senior hero, younger heroes are not keen on working with those heroines.
Yeah.
And they say, no, she's worked with a senior
Yeah.
hero. And I think that's very wrong. I think you should judge a person based on their talent, based on how
Their
they perform,
performance.
whether they fit into the character, and whether they will be able to do a good job of that. And those should be the criteria. The criteria should never ever be she worked with a senior hero. And that is very disappointing. I feel people need to be a little bit more broad-minded, because there are no like young heroes actually also.
మళ్ళీ సీనియర్ హీరోతోనే యాక్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు మీరు. మళ్ళీ ఇది
I mean,
problem అవుతుంది.
I would work with any hero if I like the story, if I like my character, if I like the production and the team. That would be my criteria. My criteria would never be the age of a hero. So I think it's very wrong to look at it in that way.
Yeah.
And I think people also need to be a little bit more accepting, but more than that, heroes need to be accepting of this.
నటాషా గారు మీతో మాట్లాడడానికి ఒక ఫ్యాన్ వెయిట్ చేస్తున్నారు,
For
మాట్లాడదాం.
sure.
రైట్.
I'm excited and a bit
Hello?
nervous for this.
హలో
శరత్ గారు
Hello.
మాట్లాడండి.
హలో నతాషా గారు
Hi,
బాగున్నారా?
Sharad Garu. How are you?
ఐఎమ్ వెరీ గుడ్ అండి. హోప్ యు ఆర్ ఆల్సో గుడ్.
Yes, I'm good. I hope you and your family are safe right now during COVID.
యా ఎవ్రీవన్ ఆర్ సేఫ్ అండి. వీఆర్ హ్యూజ్ ఫ్యాన్ ఆఫ్ యూ. లైక్ వీ హ్యావ్
Thank
సీన్
you so
యువర్
much.
జయసింహ మూవీ అండ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్. And that Ammakutti song is really amazing.
Thank you.
You
Thank
have
you
really
so much.
rocked all the entire movie. It was completely based on that and a single song.
Thank you.
So-
That's a very big thing to hear.
Yeah. Hear that your movie is going to release tomorrow. All the very best.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Can we expect the similar kind of song here also?
There is one
which
more
can
song.
boost the audience?
There is one more song in the film which you and your family should go and watch in the theatre tomorrow to see.
Yeah, definitely. First show tomorrow.
Yeah.
రైట్. థ్యాంక్ యూ శరత్ గారు.
Thank you, Sharath. It's been lovely speaking to you.
బయట అంటే మిమ్మల్ని చూసినప్పుడు ఎవరైనా ఇలా మాట్లాడే ఛాన్స్ ఉంటుందా, సెల్ఫీలని కానీ బయట ఫ్యాన్స్?
Yeah, I would love to.
అంటే సినిమా స్టార్ట్ అయ్యి చాలా రోజులైంది కదా, ఓపెనింగ్ అయ్యి సినిమా,
Yeah.
కానీ చాలా రోజుల తర్వాత రిలీజ్ అవబోతుంది.
Yeah, because my producer Kishore sir was very keen on Kothala Rayudu being a theatre release.
Okay.
And actually when we started shooting the film, we had obviously started working on it thinking it's a commercial theatre release, you know. So that was his point of view, and he didn't want to release it on OTT. And I'm actually happy that he didn't release it on OTT. So we waited and we waited to release it. Even after the full film was made, post-production was done, we waited because we wanted to get the theatre out, the film out in the theatres only. And of course, even during COVID, theatres were opening, shutting, opening, shutting, opening, shutting. So there was no like proper good time better than this. So yeah, we're finally here for release.
డెంటిస్ట్ టు యాక్ట్రెస్, ఆ జర్నీ ఎలా జరిగింది అసలు?
So I started acting during my first year of dental college actually. So it's kind of happened simultaneously because I've done Malayalam cinema as well, and I used to work in Malayalam cinema. I started with Malayalam cinema,
Okay.
and then I made my transition to Telugu. So I've been doing it simultaneously, and I've been blessed and lucky to have supportive teachers and a lovely institution where they were very supportive of the fact that I'm doing acting as well. So it's been a journey, and it's not been easy, I will say that.
అంటే మూవీస్ అనగానే మీ పేరెంట్స్ నుంచి వచ్చిన రియాక్షన్ ఏంటి?
So I've been acting since I was 8 years old. I was a child artist. I used to do Hindi television also. So everyone always knew, everyone around me knew Natasha is going to be an actor, because I was always very fond of acting, of dancing, of performing. So it was very clear to everyone around me and me that this is what I want to do, you know.
పర్టికులర్లీ అబౌట్ యువర్ పేరెంట్స్.
particularly about my parents have been super supportive. They are literally like my wings, which they help me fly, and I know that if I ever fall, they're there to catch me.
సో స్వీట్.
Yeah.
లక్కీ యు ఆర్.
Yeah, and my mom is my, like, I call my mom my momager, because she's like my mom who manages everything with my shoots, with my events, whatever it might be, everything, every little detail. So my mom is my superwoman who's my momager.
ఈ కోతల రాయుడు షూటింగ్లో బెస్ట్ మూమెంట్ ఏదైనా ఉందా అంటే షూటింగ్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు?
You know, the best moment for me personally was when I didn't collapse after shooting the songs. I was very scared that I was going to fall sick, because if you've seen the songs, and there's one more song that we shot over there, I was wearing really tiny clothes, okay? Everyone else was layered up in 3 jackets, even Hero sir had like gloves. Everyone was covered in their ears, everything. I was very exposed to the cold. I was wearing tiny blouses and saris, and I was not able to actually layer up. And it was like negative temperatures. So to be able to shoot there, and I was scared I'm going to fall sick, because the cold hits you really hard. But I didn't. So when I was able to do that without ever complaining, I was so proud of myself, and I was like, okay, I know I will work hard, and as long as I'm able to put in that effort, like, God will take care of me. So for me, that was my best moment. Yeah.
జయసింహ టైంలో?
Jaisimha time lo, at the 100th day function of Jaisimha, because you know, in today's time a film doesn't run for more than 1 week, maximum 2 weeks, even a good film, because people are like just quickly changing whatever they're watching, and OTT has made watching shows and movies so easy that people don't actually even go out so much, right? So for me, at Jaisimha being my first Telugu film that did 100 days, it's like a wow, like does that even happen? So for me, that was the best moment in the entire journey of the film. And of course, the love I received for Ammakutti, I didn't expect it, you know. I did not know the power of that song when I was shooting it. And yeah, I think even Ravi sir, my director, he had gone for one of the shows of the film, and he was like, Natasha, when Ammakutti was being played in the theatres, it was like Diwali inside the theatre. And I was so like surprised to hear that. And he is a director who's worked with Kamal Haasan and Rajnikant and all the top heroes, you know. So for him to say that I have never seen something like this, I was just stunned, and I was so happy and grateful.
మీకే క్యారెక్టర్ నచ్చింది? ధనలక్ష్మియా లేదంటే జయసింహాలో చేసిన క్యారెక్టరా?
I feel like both characters have their own beauty, so I can't really compare the two, because they're both very, very different characters. But of course, I think I would relate to I mean, actually, I don't relate to either of the characters, but I actually can't answer that, because I will answer that if I get a role where I feel like this is so me. This is Natasha in real life too.
రైట్, ఇంకొక ఫ్యాన్ వెయిట్ చేస్తున్నారు. రవి గారు కాల్ చేస్తున్నారు. హలో రవి గారు.
హాయ్ మ్యామ్.
హాయ్ అండి, నటాషా గారితో మాట్లాడండి.
Hi Ravi.
హాయ్ మ్యామ్.
Hi.
హాయ్ మ్యామ్. I'm a very big fan of you.
Thank you.
Ammakutti song also very nice, and we were waiting for this film.
Thank you so
Kothala
much,
Rayudu.
Ravi.
And you are so kind, and you are so
Thank you.
beautiful. A very big fan of you.
Thank you.
లిటిల్ పానిక్ అవుతున్నారు రవి గారు. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ రవి గారు కాల్ చేసినందుకు.
Thank you, Ravi. It was lovely speaking to you.
అంటే మీ ఫ్యాన్స్కి ఏం చెప్తారంటే, వాళ్ళకి బాగా రిజిస్టర్ అయింది అమ్మకుట్టి సాంగ్. అంటే బాలయ్య మానియా కావచ్చు, ఏదైనా మీ పర్ఫార్మెన్స్ కావచ్చు, బాగా అంటే నటాషా అంటే రిజిస్టర్ అయింది సాంగ్ అది. ఎలా అనిపిస్తుంది అంటే అందరూ కాల్స్ చేస్తున్నారు, ఆ సాంగ్ గురించి చెప్తున్నారు?
It was like, I think I love the fact that I got this title Ammakutti with that song, you know. Ammakutti became so famous that when people sometimes, you know, if they're confused about who I am, I say, you know, have you seen that song film Jaisimha? They'll say yeah, and then I'll say, okay, have you seen Ammakutti? They'll say yeah. I'll be like, yeah, so that's me. And they'll be like, oh, you're Ammakutti. And then they're like, so I love that I have a title with that song. And it's a very cute, I mean, I know it means cute also. Ammakutti means cute girl. So I love the title, and I'm very happy that I got this opportunity.
సాంగ్ గుర్తుందా? లిరిక్స్ గుర్తున్నాయా?
Koncham, like Ammakutti andamanto umpake. I can sing my lines better. Ekkupeti kanti chupadinchake nee navaganda urtaine rajniganda neeku naaku poogindi ganda chalo jajjanaka mama. Okay, I'm not a good singer. Yeah.
అంటే ఆ సాంగ్ అప్పుడు ఇంత పాపులర్ అవుతుందని ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేశారా?
I hope so.
ఇప్పుడు ఈ సాంగ్ కూడా ధనలక్ష్మి
ధనలక్ష్మి,
సో అది కూడా చాలా బాగుంది.
I really like the song, and I think it's a melody song, and it's a very, like, you watch it, if you hear the song also, it gets stuck in your
Yeah.
head, you know. It's one of those songs which you like the tune, and it's very, like, you can hear it when you're going to work in the morning, or like when you just want to feel better. And I think it transports you in that way. It makes you feel good. So I really like the song, and we've all put in a lot of effort for the song. I don't think the struggles of what I went through during the shoot is you cannot see it on my face because I'm smiling throughout. But believe me, there were times where I had to do Tarzan jumps to reach certain rocks to do the dance, and in a sari, in heels, in the cold, it's not a joke.
అంటే నార్మల్గా ఆ ప్లేసెస్లో షూట్ చేయడం అంటే కొంచెం డిఫికల్టే.
Yeah.
కానీ మనం అంటే యాక్ట్రెసెస్ అంటే సారీస్ కానీ స్లీవ్లెస్ కానీ
Yeah.
కొంచెం డిఫికల్ట్ కదా.
Very difficult. And you know, not only wearing the sari and all, the thing is, in such locations you actually don't have a vanity because the roads are so tiny, there are no lights. I mean, I've changed my saris in the middle of mountains. And the other thing is this, that many of our locations, after you reach a certain point, there's no road, so you have to walk. So we would walk 20 minutes or 30 minutes to reach one location, do a few shots, then walk back uphill. So that was also a challenge, and we were doing this, and one of the locations is called 0 Point. It's the highest point. It's 15,300 feet above sea level, and you know, at that point there's no oxygen, or like very less oxygen in fact. So to be able to work in those conditions is very difficult, and not just for me, even for our camera unit to carry this equipment, the light team, it was difficult. It was difficult to even carry water up and down. So many times when we were shooting, we were all dying of thirst, but we had to wait till we would get up, and these are our little struggles which everyone from the unit knows, you know, which I want people to be aware of, because a song may look beautiful, but there's a lot that goes behind making it look beautiful. Yeah.
సమ్వన్ వెయిటింగ్ ఫర్ యూ
Oh,
టు టాక్ విత్ యూ. అమూల్య గారు వెయిట్ చేస్తున్నారు. అమూల్య గారు,
హలో.
Hi.
హాయ్. నటాషా గారు, నేను మీకు చాలా పెద్ద ఫ్యాన్ అండి.
Hi. Thank you so much. I hope you are well.
యా, ఐఎమ్
బాగున్నా?
అండ్ నేను బాగున్నాను. మీరు బాగున్నారా?
Hello. How?
తెలుగు కూడా నేర్చుకుంటున్నారా అండి?
I can't hear her.
తెలుగు
Hello.
నేర్చుకుంటున్నారా అంటుంది. తెలుగు
Telugu. కొంచెం తెలుసు. I'm trying to learn the language.
ఓకే మ్యామ్, తొందరలో మీ వాయిస్ లో తెలుగు డైలాగ్స్ వినడానికి వెయిట్ చేస్తున్నాం.
Okay, I'll sing. I'll say my first line from Jessima. This was my first dialogue. Mama ik pegla.
అమూల్య గారు,
ఓకే.
థ్యాంక్ యూ అండి కాల్ చేసినందుకు.
Thank you, Amulya.
మీ వాయిస్ డైరెక్ట్ గా వినాలనుకుంటున్నారంట, మీరే డబ్ చేసుకోవాలని
I
అనుకుంటున్నారు.
really want to dub my voice, but
Okay.
many times my producers think the diction may not come correct. But I hope in my next film I get to dub.
అంటే నేర్చుకుంటున్నారా తెలుగు?
Sorry.
లెర్నింగ్ తెలుగు?
Yeah, I am. I actually have a Telugu book also at home.
ఫ్రమ్ హౌ మెనీ డేస్?
You know, to be honest, I started learning it when I'd done the special song with Kalyan Ram Garu.
Yeah.
And after that, I thought, okay, I need to. But then COVID happened. And after that, there was a gap. And at home, I don't have anyone to really converse in Telugu with. So that becomes a bit of a struggle. But, you know, when I'm in Hyderabad and I'm with people and they talk to me, I understand. Like Chepandi and Repu and Anukuntunanu. So I understand.
కళ్యాణ్ రామ్ గారితో ఎలా వచ్చింది? స్పెషల్ సాంగ్ చేశారు ఒకటి,
Yeah.
ఆ అవకాశం ఎలా వచ్చింది?
It was a good experience, and one of the reasons I did it was because he's also Bala sir's nephew. And it was a good experience to work with yet another member of the Nandamuri family. I love the family. So I was very happy to have worked with him. And that was also a very different song, you know, it was a folk
Yeah.
song. And it was not a typical special song which is hot and massy as such. It was
Somewhat.
yeah, but it was a folk song, and it was based on so it was a little different from the regular song. So that's why I thought it was a nice opportunity. And for me, whenever I take up roles thinking I should be able to portray my acting or dancing skills, which I was able to do. So if it's good, I will take it up.
మీకు మధ్యలో ఏం అవకాశాలు ఏం రాలేదంటే యాక్సెప్ట్ చేయలేదా, రిజెక్ట్ చేశారా?
I am very picky and choosy too, you know. I think time is the most valuable thing we have, and sometimes you can give your time to certain projects, but they may not be worth your time. So it's very important to know what you do and to do quality work. Whatever you do quality work, and that's what I believe in. So there are a lot of projects which I have also rejected,
Okay.
which I have thought that okay, maybe it may not be good for me.
Not
So yeah. Sometimes it's because maybe the unit is not that good, or maybe they're not that experienced sometimes. So there are different reasons why that has happened, but I feel whenever the time is right, I'll do more work.
అంటే ఇప్పుడు అంటే ఇంత గ్యాప్ తీసుకోకండి, తొందరగా సినిమాలు రిలీజ్ అయిపోవాలి మేబీ. ఇప్పుడు ఏమైనా అప్కమింగ్ ఉన్నాయా మూవీస్?
I have a Hindi OTT film which is going to release, I think, in the next 1 month, 1.5 months. Because of COVID, a lot of things actually get delayed, unfortunately. So things which were supposed to happen long time ago is also getting delayed. So that way, that is definitely a disadvantage that actors and the film industry is struggling with.
Yes,
Unless if you're very big, and then it doesn't matter. But I think even for big stars, a RRR has been postponed like 10 times maybe. I mean, I don't know the number, but even RRR has been postponed many times, right? So I think you just have to wait it out.
మరో కాలర్ని తీసుకుందాం. కాలర్ ఇస్ వెయిటింగ్. రవి గారు.
Hello.
Hi.
Natasha ji.
Hello, Ravi.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm good. How are you?
Fine. Yesterday I saw your interview in gorgeous red dress.
రవి గారు కొంచెం గట్టిగా మాట్లాడండి కొంచెం.
Yesterday I saw your interview, ma'am.
Yeah.
In red dress only. It is very gorgeous.
Thank you so much.
Ma'am, I want to listen a song from you. Ammakutti.
You want? I'm going to make a reel on this. Everybody wants to hear me sing Ammakutti. Yeah. Okay. Ammakutti andamanta vompake chalo jajjanaka mama. Yeah.
థ్యాంక్ యూ రవి గారు. కూడా ఇచ్చారు. థ్యాంక్ యూ. మీకు కోతల రైడ్లో సాంగ్స్ అసలు ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి మీవి సాంగ్స్?
Sorry.
How many songs in Kothala Rayudu?
In total, I think we have four songs. Yeah, 5 songs actually. Yeah. Yeah, 5 songs.
5 songs.
Yeah. I have 2 songs in the film.
ఓకే. ఇది కాకుండా ఇంకొక సాంగ్?
There's one more song which I think will be released today.
ఓకే. ధనలక్ష్మి సాంగ్ లిరిక్స్ గుర్తున్నాయా మీకు?
నచ్చావే ధనలక్ష్మి నా మనసే.
చాలా బాగుంది యాక్చువల్గా సాంగ్.
It's a lovely song, no?
అంటే ధనలక్ష్మి అంటే మొత్తం హోమ్లీ గర్ల్.
తెలుగు అమ్మాయి.
తెలుగు అమ్మాయి. మీకు అలాంటి క్యారెక్టర్స్ ఇష్టమా లేదంటే పాష్గా వెస్ట్రన్ అలా?
No, nothing like that. I love doing different characters. I love that I was getting an opportunity to do something offbeat, because generally if you're not basically if you're an actor who's not based in Hyderabad, you often get roles which are only glamorous, always westernized, always city girl. I was getting to do this role which was different. So that's, I mean, given that at that time, at least those were the opportunities that I was getting. So I thought this was different. I thought it was unique, and it's nice when people can see you in different roles, no?
సినిమా షూటింగ్ టైంలో సుధీర్ గారు ఏమైనా ఇబ్బంది పెట్టారా డైరెక్టర్?
I didn't get that.
అంటే ఆయనతో కంఫర్ట్ ఉందా లేదంటే ఏమైనా డిఫికల్ట్ ఫేస్ చేశారా డైరెక్టర్?
No, there were no difficulties as such. It was, I mean, this film has actually been shot with so much love. There has been no issues whatsoever.
Okay.
It's a tight knit, like, it's a film where we've all worked very closely and we've worked very wonderfully together. Yeah.
మీరు అంటే డింపుల్ గా
Yeah,
ఉన్నారు
Dimple,
కదా,
yeah.
తనతో వర్క్ చేయడం ఎలా అనిపించింది?
She's also very sweet, and sometimes, I mean, I really liked working with her because we were both girls who were focused on trying to give our best for the film. We were not competitive with each other, which can happen with actresses.
Yes.
And when you are aware of the fact that, okay, we want to both give our best and make sure she does her best and I do my best, you're looking at the benefit of the film, not your own personal gain. So it was lovely in that sense to have a co-star like that. And we do have some combination scenes together. So it was nice working with her.
మళ్ళీ మాట్లాడదాం. నిహారిక గారు కాల్ చేస్తున్నారు.
Oh,
నిహారిక గారు.
How are you?
Hi Niharika, how are you?
I'm good, ma'am. You look very gorgeous now.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
How was the experience in doing this movie?
The experience was wonderful doing this film. Like I said, this film has been very different for me because I am a city girl, and to get to do this village girl's role was very challenging for me, and to be able to do that where I can capture the essence of a Telugu ammai, that for me was the challenge. But I think I've done it, and now the rest is on you and the audience to tell me whether I've done a good job with it or not.
Yeah, ma'am. We are eagerly waiting for the movie.
Thank you.
Yeah. What is the upcoming movie, ma'am, after this?
So after this, I have a Hindi project which is actually going to come out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which roles do you like to play, ma'am?
I like to play roles where I get to portray my acting skills, you know, simply put.
Okay.
I
That
don't
is
have
so
a
nice.
specific like typical
Oh.
role that I am seeking, you know. I think if a story is good, if a character is good, if I get to perform well, I will do it. Yeah.
రైట్ థ్యాంక్ యూ నిహారిక
Thank you,
గారు.
Niharika. Take care.
నార్మల్గా యాక్ట్రెసెస్కి ఫలానా రోల్ చేయాలి అని ఉంటాయి కొన్ని రోల్స్,
Yeah.
అలాంటి పర్టికులర్ రోల్స్ ఏం లేవా?
Honestly, I don't have one specific role as such, but if I had to choose like something which I would love to do, it would be Anushka Shetty's role in Bahubali,
Okay.
Devasena, because I think what a role. And it's like something that people will never forget, that whole film. So something like that would be my ideal dream role, you know. But other than that, there's nothing that I'm specifically trying to do.
అంటే ఎవరితోనైనా పర్టికులర్గా హీరోతో కానీ డైరెక్టర్తో కానీ యాక్ట్ చేయాలని ఉందా అప్కమింగ్ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్లో?
I mean, I would love to work with Rajamouli sir.
ఓకే,
I would love to work with Allu Arjun garu. I would love to work with Ram Charan garu, or
చెప్పండి అన్ని మొత్తం
the whole
చెప్పండి.
list. Or even Junior NTR garu. Yeah, I would love to work. I think Junior NTR.
బాలయ్య గారితో యాక్ట్ చేయరా?
In a heartbeat, I would work with Bala sir.
మళ్ళీ అలాంటి మంచి మంచి అవకాశాలన్నీ రావాలని కోరుకుంటున్నాం. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్.
It's been lovely.
థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Thank you.
ఇది వాళ్ళ స్పెషల్ చిట్ చాట్. మరొక సెవెరల్ బ్రీటీతో మళ్ళీ కలుద్దాం. నమస్తే.
Thank you.